Hi there. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We have more Escapades in our sights. Episode 4 in Sholmes' Suite. Let's see how this one will go. I'm guessing it takes some place in like the 2-month span between the 4th case and the 5th case, I would guess. Give or take, anyway. But yeah, let's just go for it, you know? No time to waste. We got places to be and the places to not be, I guess. I don't know, man. Sometimes I just fucking... Ugh. God, this music again. Wait, it's the same music that plays in the credits. Or when you're going through the contents and shit. The extra contents, I mean. It's nice, but it does get a little old after a while. Anyway. Good morning, Iris. Good morning, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, morning, Susie. I'll get breakfast on the table for us all. Jeez, can't believe you're such a good cook when you're only like 10 years old. Ah, Mr. Sholmes, morning. Ah, come now. Why the long face? Sorry, that's just my snuff addiction coming through again. Come now. Why the long face? Oh, sorry. The thing is, I just had a rather strange envelope posted under my door this morning. With some rather strange things inside. I hope it wasn't a picture of me at the Christmas party. What strange things? Oh, what was it, Runo? Do I catch a scent of mystery in the air? Nothing so exciting, I'm afraid, Iris. It was just 5 orange peepuses. I can't imagine what could possibly... What? Orange peepuses, Mr. Naruhodo? And 5 of them? What's the matter with you? That's a bit of an overreaction, isn't it? An overreaction? Mr. Naruhodo, you don't understand. It's a warning. A notice of imminent danger to your life. What? To my life? What's the meaning of all this, Mr. Sholmes? My dear fellow, why do you make such an inquiry of me? Because the name of the sender was written on the envelope, and it was yours. Oh, you're right, Runo. It says, sent by Sholmes, envoy of hell. Oh, was that a prank? Did you just prank me, Sholmes? By making me think I was going to die? By sending a death threat my way? That's your idea of a prank? Pretty funny, I guess. So, my little ploy has been exposed. Yeah, well, so be it. Cast your mind back, if you will, Mr. Naruhodo, to the time of our dining last night. Oh, yes. Miss Sasato cooked Japanese food for us. Lovely. Indeed. In particular, you may recall the final Norimaki sushi roll that I was about to savor. That is, before you swooped in with your clacking chopsticks and filched it from under my nose. Oh, I assumed that because you left it, that you didn't want it. I'd left it, my dear fellow, because I had planned to enjoy it as my very last mouthful. Surely you must have noticed my intent with the subtle dilation of my right pupil. Perhaps a clearer sign would be helpful next time? You know, just an idea. In summary, the post you received earlier is a notice of impending revenge. You should be quaking in your boots. So, what, are you gonna fucking kill me because I stole your sushi roll? Goddamn, bro, it's not even that, sushi ain't even that good. It's just raw fish. Fuck that shit. Really? Because I went straight out into the garden and planted them. I'm hopeful we may grow some exotic fruit. Hello, what are orange pips anyway? Is that like seeds? Or like orange seeds? Like, what the fuck's a pip? Oh, apparently it's there was a Sherlock Holmes story called The Five Orange Pips. And it was published in 1891. Sick. Okay, so I guess this is just a reference to one of the short stories. So what the fuck is a pip? Like, that's what's a pip? Oh, I guess it's like another word for seeds, I guess. I mean, yeah, I suppose if you're planted, that means it's probably, like, seeds. Whatever. There's no point sending a notice of impending revenge if the person you send it to doesn't know what it is. Well, well, I knew, of course, because I've read this book, The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. On sale now in all major London bookshops and receiving rave reviews. Oh. Okay, geez, if I just pressed the fucking buttons, I would have gotten that it was a reference to a previous story. Of course. Also, what, now it's a book? I mean, I guess if it's a compilation of his short stories, you can make a book out of that. Also, you don't need to be fucking Sherlock's PR man, Savato, come on. Oh yes, of course. It's finally been published, hasn't it? I hear it's selling very well. Yeah, because from what I understand, the short stories were originally published in, like, a magazine and stuff, so I guess it's like a compilation of the short stories. It is! 12 short stories in one volume! I've got a lifetime spending money already. Dude, I was just looking up there's Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. It was 12 short stories in one volume. I didn't need to look that up on Google at all. I could have just fucking played the game. Look at me. The tractor clown. And it has further bolstered my name. In fact, only the other day, a Bohemian king sought to engage my services. Really? That's extraordinary. Of course, the gentleman persisted with some pretense about being a fishmonger for the duration. But only a fool would presume to be able to deceive my eyes with such a charade. So, how did you know that he was a king, then? Why, there's no mystery, my dear fellow. A distinct smell of fish accompanied the man's lowly apparel. And though he tried to hide it, the left side of his moustache quivered in a quite manifest manner. Oh, Mr. Sholmes! That's simply brilliant! How does that equal him being a king? If he smelled like fish, and he had a mustache, how does that make him a king? Okay, well, I'll just go with it. Having neatly resolved the case for the man, I was sent a quantity of fresh cod as a mark of his appreciation. I think perhaps you shouldn't discount the possibility that he actually was a fishmonger. Yeah, exactly. So, like, are you gonna, like, kill me, Sherlock, or what? Because, like, if you want to have a duel to the death, I'm totally down. I got a katana, and I'm pretty sure you don't have a katana, so... Pretty sure you're fucking at a disadvantage, my boy. Ah, is that... Can anyone else smell burning? The burning scent of flesh. Ah... How it calms the nerves. Oh yes, you're right. And look, smoke. And you know what they say, when there's smoke, there's fire. I think maybe... Fire! Fire! There's a fire, everyone! Really? A fire? We must all leave at once. Everyone out of the building. What, are you gonna fucking punch the fire to death? No! Wait, I have to go back to my room first. Are you deranged? If you're not asphyxiated by the smoke, the flames will burn you to death. But my Daruma doll! I can't let my Daruma burn! It means too much! Bro, fuck your Daruma, it's not worth your life. Ah, drat. Sorry, but I'm going to make a I'm going to pick a dash for it upstairs. Oh, Runo, you're so funny. There's no time for... sorry, my voice is about to crack. There's no time for jokes, Iris. Go! Quickly! Get out of here! But... there is no fire. Is there, Hurley? Uh-huh? Ah. What a delight to see that ploy enacted in the flesh. I wouldn't have dared to dream I should be so lucky. Oh, isn't this another one of your fucking stories, Herlock? Mrs. Otto? Indeed, indeed. Indeed it was a ploy. A devilment engineered by my puggish spirit. To call it a trick? But why? You made me think of my fucking Dharma doll was gonna burn. It is a simple experiment of the mind, Mr. Naruhodo. When his life is threatened, a fellow is compelled to instinctively protect that property to which he attaches magic importance. And after your own life, Runo, the most important thing to you seems to be your Dharma doll. I guess. Jeez, Runo, get your fucking priorities straight. Like, dolls are nice and all, but, like, there's, like, the people you live with matter, too. Let's not dwell on that, shall we, Iris? So, you knew all along, Mrs. Otto, that it was a trick. A dirty trick played by some dirty boys. Ah, yes, of course. The very ploy is described in this book. The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. On sale now at all major London bookshops and receiving rave reviews. Not again. I have used that device quite satisfactorily in the past to solve a case. Oh yes, it was a great success, wasn't it? Okay, I mean, I guess, but like, good luck trying that on someone. I mean, I guess. Okay, well, it's good thing we noticed he's kind of a gullible guy, because like just saying there's a fire without there being any proof of a fire, like I don't know. I feel like most people wouldn't fall for that. Ah, but then it became something of a habit, didn't it? You started yelling, "Fire!" at every crime scene. In the end, people started to pay no attention to you at all. Yes, that's true. There was a time when I was known as the Sholmes who cried wolf. Oh, is that so? I think there's a lesson to be learnt in there somewhere. But sadly, my little ploy failed to yield results this time. Iris was utterly unmoved. I mean, yeah, if you do the same thing over and over, it's gonna, like, have diminishing returns. What do you mean? Well, I was anticipating that Iris would immediately expose her secret hiding place. The location of the nest egg she must have cached somewhere in this room. Nest egg? You think Iris has some secret savings? I mean, apparently she's making sweet moolah from her fucking, short stories. Why, naturally. The book is selling like hotcakes after all. It is a simple deduction indeed to conclude the profits must be concealed here within these walls. I mean, couldn't it just be at a bank? You know, like, I'm pretty sure they had banks back then. Oh, Mr. Sholmes? Are you in need of money? Ah, I bet I know what it is. It's that new microscope that's gone on sale, isn't it, Hurley? Ah, what else? I have such a strong desire to own one, yet my purse is £1 too light. And as no offer of a loan has been forthcoming, I have been forced to resort to an alternative stratagem. Hee. Sorry, Hurley, but I'm not falling for that. Not coming from the Sholmes who cried wolf. Gah! How vexing. You really shouldn't be trying to steal a 10-year-old's savings, you know? My book is full of little tricks like that, you see. The armory of the great detective. Except that, in this case, both the orange peepuses and the fake fire fell a little flat, didn't they? Oh, haha, I have plenty more tricks up my sleeve. Take, for example, the case of the Boscombe Valley Mystery. I'm already filled with dread just from the title. It is a tale of extraordinary skill on the part of the great detective. The skill of tracking. Tracking? When I arrived at the scene of the crime in the Eponymous Valley, there were footprints everywhere, but my eye was immediately drawn to one set in particular. Oh, Mr. Sholmes, your detective instincts are truly remarkable. As you know, my dear madam, no detail, no matter how small, escapes scrutiny of these eyes. So, I tracked my query, following the trail of his footprints all the way to the man's place of residence. It led you directly to the culprit's house? But what a triumph! You misunderstand. It led me directly to my own house, my dear fellow. Oh. Wow. Uh-huh. For the footprints were, in the final analysis, those made by my own shoes. Oh wow, you're a fucking great tracker, aren't you, pal? Hell, he had left here for Boscombe Valley as soon as he received the telegram about the case, you see. And then he followed his own trail straight back here to Baker Street. What? What? Jesus, how... Are you okay, Herlock? Good lord, man. Now, Iris, please. You make it sound almost humdrum. But I assure you, it is no easy feat. Tracking of this nature is a skill possessed only by the great Herlock Sholmes. You're right. It really is, extraordinary. Quite so. Extraordinary is the word, and let it be the last on the subject. Anyway, needless to say, I subsequently went on to solve the case with, various other deductions. Yes, it's the various other deductions that I'm interested in. Haha, well, you'll like to read the book then. I'm sure Iris has pinned it with her usual flourish. Oh, absolutely! I put an ingenious spin on the great detective's exploits. It must have been very ingenious to make this man sound even remotely credible as a detective. Man, it's kind of funny to imagine, like, if the Herlock Sholmes stories, like, that as we know them, like, the only reason they are that way is because Iris embellished the details, while, like, the real Herlock was just this silly guy, to say the least. It's a funny thought. Wait, is that... Does it smell like something's burning again? We've had enough devilment for one day, Mr. Sholmes. Put your puckish spirit to bed. I assure you, this has nothing to do with me or my spirit. What? Oh no, the smoke is getting thicker. You mean, it's not a trick this time? There really is a... Fire! Fire! There's a fire, everyone! Ah! Mrs. Otto, where are you going? Stand aside, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm going to punch the fire to death. Ah, easy, Mr. Sholmes. What are you... What the... Mr. Sholmes? Why did you just chuck that bust from Napoleon on the floor? Oh, look at that. And amongst all the broken porcelain... Coins! Sovereigns, in fact. Worth a whole pound each. Come, everyone. We must leave at once. Evacuate the building. You fell for it, Hurley. Hook, line, and sinker. Ah. Wait. You mean Iris? Haha. I certainly would have guessed that's where you'd hidden it. Do you mean to say that this smoke was... my own... Oh, sorry. My own puppy spirit needs to come out and play sometimes too, you know. What? Okay, you actually have a smoke grenade gun or whatever. Well, Gina technically has it, but I assume you have the means to make smoke pretty easily, so your tricks are a little more believable, Iris. Ah, of course! I know what it is, Iris. It's that indoor herb garden set that went on sale last night, isn't it? That's what you're after. I want one so desperately, but I'm £4 short. And even though you told me you didn't have any money to spare before, I knew you had a secret nest egg somewhere in this room. Geez, Sholmes, you had your own money to go buy the microscope, but you didn't want to use your own money. Like, geez, and then you got tricked by Iris, the 10-year-old. God, this is some silly ass shit, let me tell you. Ah, you've outwitted me again. You really shouldn't let yourself be outwitted by a 10-year-old child, you know. So, thank you for the loan, Hurley. Oh, but wait. What's the matter? Where's Susie? She's disappeared. Oh, yes. That's right. She ran up the stairs before, didn't she? Oh. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it turned out it was just another trick. Another silly little trick played by some puckish little girls. Oh, what are you all still doing in here? We have to evacuate. It won't be long before the fire is Sorry, Susie. Children will get up to mischief once in a while, you know. But it's all perfectly harmless. Harmless, maybe, but oh, so devious. Okay, well, at least you know what Cesato's most protective, important thing is. Something upstairs or whatever. Oh, well, at least nobody was hurt. Not yet, anyway. Apart from Napoleon. And my secret hoard. Now, tell us, Miss Cesato, what is it that you went so fleet-footedly to fetch? Sorry. Oh, no, nothing. This is just, no. This is nothing. Susie! That's your notebook detailing all of Runo's trials, isn't it? It's bulging at the seams. What? Ah, a testament to the various people you've helped over the past months. Wait, at least that's a nice thing to want to protect, and not a fucking Daruma doll. Or I know the Daruma doll had significance to Ryunosuke in terms of him wanting to be a lawyer and stuff, but you know, still, this is a little more piquant. Miss Cesato, well, I am your judicial assistant after all. I would do anything to ensure the safety of these records, even risk my life if necessary. I mean, it's very important to me. It's like a diary of everything we've achieved together. Oh, that's fucking sweet as fuck. I'm getting all teary-eyed now. Yes, in stark contrast to a certain someone who would have fetched his Daruma doll, I must say. It's very, okay, it has sentimental value, goddammit. Can't hold it against me. Alright, well, that was some silly bullshit, but funny. And also, I guess, again, I feel like if you actually were familiar with all the Sherlock Holmes short stories, like, the references and nods and things like that would probably stick out, I imagine. And like, at least it's nice to know what Cesato and Ryunosuke's most important possessions are, respectively. And also apparently that Sherlock Holmes tries to steal money from children. But then Iris kind of tried to take money from him too, so it's like, they're basically even, you know? Anyway, that was Escapade 4. Again, pretty amusing, pretty silly, but good stuff. We're already halfway through our escapades, as it were. The next one takes place at at Naruhodo's legal consultancy, which is really just our fucking addict. But you know, an office is an office, right? We gotta take what we can get. But anyway, next time we will see the next episode, or with the next escapade. But until then, I will see you around.